so I decided I would get in front of the camera today. I haven't done that in a while. So I'm going to be doing the Capricorn energy reading. I also wanted to say that if you would like me to pick a daily card for you, just a general reading, I have my Fiverr link down below, so check that out. And you can pick 1 card, 3 cards, 7 cards, and there's also some add-ons if you want to have more of a clarification about the card. So check that out down below. All right, so let's get going with the reading and see what's going on for Capricorn. What energy do we have? Okay, so we have the 3 of Pentacles, and we have the Fool card that popped out. And let's grab one more for, okay. We have the Lovers, so Gemini. So it could be working on a relationship. Are you struggling working on a relationship? This could be a friend, a family member, a partnership. It could just be relationships in general. Like, do you feel that you have a blockage when it comes to relationships? Do you feel like you have a wall up between you and that other person? Are you afraid of getting hurt? Are you afraid of being let down? And is that something that you have trouble working on, or you have trouble dealing with, and you have this blockage up there? So I feel like this is something that you may be struggling with, especially with new relationships or seeing them differently. Do they kind of get to a certain point and then all of a sudden you kind of back away, or you feel like you always seem to have the same problems, like you kind of reach the same point and then it's like you kind of shut down and you back away? All right, so let's get some more cards here for what is it you need to look at, what you need to focus on. All right, we had the Judgment card. So a message is trying to get through to you. So this tarot reading could be that message that is trying to get through to you, right? Hearing the message. Sometimes we can hear messages, but they don't really register in our mind. They're like, yeah, I hear you, but like, do you really hear me? Like, do you really understand? I love it. We have the Hangman, which is my favorite card in the deck, and that's about taking a step back and seeing things from a different perspective. Like I was just saying, is looking at, okay, I'm listening to this other person in this relationship, but am I really processing what they have to say? Sometimes we just become almost numb to what someone else is saying. So are you becoming numb as to what someone else is saying? Look at this. We have another major card here. We have the Chariot. So we have the Judgment, we have the Hangman, we have the Chariot, the Cancer sign. I feel like this is a very important message for someone, especially since these 3 are major cards. And then in our first group, we had the Fool and we had the Lovers, which is 2 more major cards. So there's only been 1 card, which is the 3 of Pentacles, which is, this is something big for you to work on. This is something big for you to see. In order to move forward, right, with the Chariot, you have to step back and look at things from a different perspective. There is a message that is trying to get through to you, trying to hear, like that clarity, kind of to break that barrier. That it could be that someone is trying to tell you a message, somebody is trying to communicate with you, but you're just not listening, or you're just not hearing that message. Sometimes we have to take a look at how are we receiving messages, what energy are we putting out, and really hearing the message that is trying to get through to you. It also could be that the universe is trying to send a message to you. Maybe there are signs, or there's things that have been happening, whether they're negative or they're positive, and they're trying to get through to you, and maybe you're not, you know, as I've said many times before, it's all about perception. So how are you receiving those messages, those things that are happening to you? Like, do you feel that they're happening to you, or they're happening for you, which I have said before? Do you feel that they're happening for you to see something, for you to understand something, for you to hear a message? And how are you perceiving that? Like, especially if it's things that are negative, we always feel like the universe is putting things against us and making things happen to us, but we have to realize maybe it's for us to see something else. And I just feel like for you, I feel like there is a message there, especially with relationships, but I also feel that the Lovers card can represent something that you love to do, loving yourself, feeling good about yourself, pursuing those things that make you happy, that bring you joy. Maybe you haven't done that in a while. It definitely makes a big difference when you have that focus of that thing or things that make you happy. You have to have that self-care. I feel like that's incredibly important. We get so caught up in the daily grind and bills and work and all of our responsibilities that we forget to take that time to do those things that really make us happy, because that's what life is about. Doing those things that make you happy, surrounding yourself with those people that make you happy. And I feel like maybe is that something that you've been missing out on? And is that why your walls are going up? Like, are you kind of protecting yourself because you're not having that time to really let your hair down and to have fun? And is that something that you need to focus on? Future energies, we have the King of Swords. So it's kind of, I feel like he's a big time thinker. Obviously he's very analytical because he is the King of Swords, and really looking and, you know, saying, let me look back on things, and was there something that I should have paid more attention to? We have the Page of Wands, communication. Communication is incredibly important. I also feel that it has to do with you releasing all of those I feel like you have a lot of energy around you that's pent up, a lot of thoughts, a lot of ideas, like your head is really spinning, you've got a lot going on in your mind. And just, even if you just release these, which I have said many times before, it's, even if you just take a piece of paper and you write things down, you write words down, you write ideas down, and you just release it. Even if you just talk out loud to yourself and you just say, you know, I feel like I'm really holding back, or this is how I feel about this person or this situation. It doesn't even have to be that it has to even make sense, but if it's something, I find that when I talk out loud and I hear myself say things, and yeah, I have conversations to myself, but I feel that's a way of release, and there's nothing wrong with that. If you feel that it gives you relief and it's this form of release, then I feel like it's okay. If you have that friend or that family member that you can trust, I'm kind of thinking of the Hierophant. If you have that person that you trust and you say, hey, I don't need you to, I just need you to listen. I just need you to listen to me. But also communication, if you're struggling with someone, with a person, and to communicate. Communicate is so important in so many different ways. And then we have the Ten of Wands, which is you're finally able to release this heaviness, this burden that has been building up. And I feel like you're finally hearing that message, right? You're finally letting it go, that it's finally coming to an end. The reason why it's coming to an end is because you're seeing, you're listening, you're changing, you're doing, you're taking actions, and you're making the changes yourself. And that's very important, that when we see that we are struggling with something, so definitely you're struggling with this, which is what we started with. What does this Lover's card represent to you? Does it represent that relationship that you have with yourself? Is it? And you'll find that once you change the relationship that you have with yourself, that it spreads to the relationships that you have with other people, because you see that differently, that you're able to communicate freer, that you're able to really voice your opinion and not feel like, hey, I have to hold back, but if I feel this is important to me, that I can release this, I can communicate. And to surround yourself with those people that understand that your communication. And if there's a miscommunication, then you go back and you work things out. So that's very important. So I feel like let's grab one card from this deck. Kind of just like a final. Two of Cups, I love it. Coming together. I love it, especially since we were struggling with the Lover's card, but then we're ending with the Two of Cups. Coming together, loving yourself, loving the relationships around you. As I said many times before, I feel like the relationships that you have around you are a reflection of yourself. So that's definitely something to be aware of. But again, loving yourself is where it all starts. And then let's grab, I felt like a numerology card. happy ending. Number 93, happy ending. What is your happy ending? And you create that happy ending. You create those energies. You create that happy ending. And it is a happy ending, especially when we have that two of cups, and then that's love and relationships and happiness. And then we have number 93, the happy ending. So it's up to you to create that, for you to work on that, for you to hear the message, to see the signs, and to take that as something that you need to learn and grow from. All right, if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. And I hope you have an amazing day. As always, stay positive, stay safe, and I will see you next time.